Warcraft.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the GCS playoffs once again, the second last day of this beautiful, beautiful tournament. We have both winner bracket semifinals today, as well as both loser bracket quarterfinals. The players today: Moon, Infy, Fly, 120, TH, Yumiko. It's gonna be amazing, but I'm calling Remo right away because I think we have to discuss something from yesterday. Because Remo and me being undeads, and 120 yesterday, Jesus Christ, maybe the best undead performance I have ever seen in my life. Remo, welcome to the club.
Good morning. Wait a minute, my webcam is crapping out. How? Wait. All right, I'm gonna
Such a pro.
hang up. I'm gonna hang up and call you right away.
All right, what a start in this broadcast. But yeah. Oh, my camera is fucking up as well a bit with the autofocus, but whatever. I think we're gonna have at least 6 hours of Warcraft today. At least that's what's scheduled. 4 best of 3s. No 2-2 today because we found a champion yesterday, or 2 champions rather, with Fly and Zhou Shishi. And yeah, here's the highlight reel already from yesterday. TH versus 120. Incredible stuff. Okay, Remo's calling back. There he is. Very nice.
All right. Here we go. Ready to start this day. Ready to start the second last day of the GCS, mate. Only 8 series left. And then we can find out who the new champion is.
It's gonna be amazing, man. Have you seen the games of yesterday? Especially 120 versus TH.
I watched a few last night in preparation. Not all of them. But yeah, I of course watched 120's games. Or 120. He's the new hope. Obviously, he's Mr. Star Wars himself. Yeah, I like that picture you posted on Facebook, man. That coil was pretty damn clutch.
Yeah, I'm downloading it right now to show it to the viewers in case you're not following us on social media and you're not on Reddit. This was the most perfect coil I have ever seen in my entire life. I'm gonna wait for the highlight reel to end. Okay, yeah, you saw it here. Alright, so we can go for it.
That was actually like less than 1/10 of a second. That was incredibly close.
Okay, wait a second. We got this sent by a viewer, so thank you very, very much for helping us out with that screenshot. Where is it? Damn. Just a second, I'm gonna have it. Right here. Ah, there it is. This was the coil yesterday. You see the Lich at, I don't know, 5 HP. You see the Archmage with a fireball. But the coil, of course, with the projectile being a little faster, arrives just in time. Just in time. I've never seen this before.
Kind of ridiculous. I saw that moment as well. I was like, whoa! Shit, mate! That was close. Wasn't enough to win the map in the end. I mean, it's Tirana Stand, one of the most ridiculous maps for Undead versus Human. But he did manage to win against TH. Is he on his way to the championship? It's the first time ever he has defeated one of the 3 greats in a best of 3.
Indeed, he's on a roll. Well, of course, TH might be the weakest of the 3 at the moment. I think Infy is a little superior to Yumiko from what I've seen yesterday. Or was it yesterday? No, the day prior. That was so amazing. Infy really is on fire again. Yumiko had a great performance versus Foggy yesterday, but he was struggling a bit against Night Elf. I don't see that coming from Infy today, to be honest.
Yeah, Infy playing against Foggy. Wasn't it yesterday? Or was it
that was the day before.
Okay. Well, anyways, he was playing something a little bit unusual. Amazonia, he was going for the Expo. He was canceling Foggy's Expo for a long time, and many people, including myself, were expecting, like, the 70 supply tier 2 push, but no. Infy, the champion, the cold-hearted killer that he is, was taking it slow, was like, you know what? I don't have to play by the rules. I don't have to do the timing push. I don't have to kill you sooner rather than later. I'm not afraid of your freaking bears, man. You know what? I'm gonna go tier 3 on 2 bases. I'm gonna get fragmentation shards and master casters, and a couple of knights, like a handful of knights, and triple hero, and then I kite you to the ends of the earth. And that worked really well.
Yes.
That worked like really, really well. I don't know, maybe chimeras are an answer that Foggy wasn't thinking about or wasn't wanting to go for. Maybe those can hard counter this, but that strategy, man, it looked so powerful.
Yes.
Might this be like a new strategy that might be coming into play?
Probably, but sometimes on LAN tournaments we see stuff that we don't see in online tournaments, so it's all a little different here and there. So maybe it was just because of the conditions. Maybe it was just because it was such an important match. By the way, we see the ceremony of the 2-2 tournament yesterday. Shishi and Fly won over Yumiko and WFZ in the end. I'm preparing the overlay already, so you have to cover for 8 seconds. What are you doing here at the moment?
I noticed that the admins are really talkative today.
Yeah.
So it seems like they're in a good mood. Seems like they're having fun over in China. And I don't think we know this yet, so I'm gonna take this opportunity to ask him right now if the winner actually gets the Frostmourne sword. We do not have confirmation on this yet, right?
True, but we expect it. Why would you have that if you're not giving it to the champion?
Maybe they're on a budget, and it's just decoration, and there has to be one for next season as well, and they don't have the money anymore.
That's right, but we all assume that the sword will be given to the champion of this. Last time it was Infy. This time, well, maybe 1-2-0. The game on Echo Owls yesterday of the Undead. Echo Owls usually a human map as well, because you can get to level 3 so early, you can expand that easy. But I think he didn't lose a unit for 20 minutes in this game. If I got that correct, that was just absolutely insane. Yeah, but what can we say about Moon? Of course he is the best player of all time, but is he in a shape to beat Infy?
We can say, especially about the matchup of these two players, that last time he beat Infy and did so quite convincingly in the NWL, in the, I think, upper bracket it was. He rolled over him 3-0 in the best of 5.
True that. The question, of course, is how serious does Infy take online competition? How serious did he take the NWL? There was a lot of money on the line, though, and he got second in the end, but sometimes he likes to troll around, sometimes he likes to go for special tower strats or whatever, but Moon, that was the game where I was most impressed of Moon. He had his Zeppelin micro down, he had the usual micro down, the macro, especially on the game on Terena Stand. That was a great game by Moon. And we see the votes on the Chinese stream here. It's very, very close. 54% for Moon, 46% for Infy.
Yeah, it's still, Moon, the favorite, the fan favorite, the legend coming in. So I guess the nostalgia is more important to them today, a little bit at least, than, the home turf, their own guy in the race. And we all know, in the Chinese Warcraft community, Infy is not the most beloved.
That's true, especially because of his and TH's animosities with Yumiko, who is the fan favorite amongst the 3 human. And here we see him, the Iceman, wearing his VG jacket once again. Moon, very casual, very, very cool, both seem to be. And Terena Stand is the first map. Upper hand and map choices here for Moon. The question is, Warden or Demon?
Yeah, I wonder the same. I would put Moon on Demon Hunter, but this is Terenas. Might look like a small map, but actually has a lot of areas to move around and a lot of expansions. This might be a long game again to start the day, just like 2 days before.
Oh yes, man, we saw a draw between Yumiko and Moon. Will this happen again? We'll see about that. We're going in-game, everybody. This is the first game of today out of 4 best of 3s. Oh, the date is wrong. So we're gonna decide who will stay alive in this beautiful tournament in the GCS, who will play tomorrow again. We have Infy in blue. I gotta change the colors real quick, but then we're good to go.
Alright, so this is a pretty hype matchup, actually. We have to just start off the day, because it is, after all, the champion of last season against, Well, the player you think of when you think of Warcraft 3. Moon has been around forever. And he actually made, like, you can look it up on esports earnings, I think more than $300,000 from prize money in Warcraft. And that's before esports was really big. This guy had a period where he just won everything, like every goddamn thing. He hasn't shown us this quality of play just yet, but he is improving. He is getting better. Is this his tournament to maybe claim a title again?
Might be the case. I mean, the Gold Championship Series Season 1 in January was pretty damn good for him, and I think he shines the most when he can prepare for an opponent. If he has like 1 or 2 days time to analyze some replays, watch the videos that are out there, and when he can figure out stuff where his opponent does mistakes. He had the time. He had 2 days to prepare for Infy, but how can you prepare for the monster that is Infy? He has won it all. He is the dominant player of 2014 and 2015 as well. And he was in kind of a slump recently, but he came back, and now he seems to be stronger than ever.
Yeah, and what shape they are in today is going to dictate a lot. It's rare that we see Infy struggling or slightly playing in a disappointing way, but it happens. It happens every now and then. And Moon, of course, also has those off days. Taking it very safely, by the way, in the early game here is Moon. You can also opt to go for the natural. That costs a lot of resources, though, to repair the Ancient of War. That delays your attack, but you open up your possibility for an easy counter expansion if the human decides to go for one, for a fast expansion. And this being Infy, we most certainly expect that to happen.
Exactly. I can't remember a game of Infy where he did not go for an expansion. May it be versus Night Elf, may it be in Human Mirror, or whatever. Infy is Mr. Expansion. The question just is, where will he put it up? In the bottom left, in the upper right, or at his natural here, as you mentioned. And I think he's not going for the natural. He will go for one of the little greener spots, which makes it a little easier for Moon to harass. But yeah, we see it here. Demon Hunter, no Warden, but he got the perfect drops, man. +9 damage already. Claws of attack, slippers of agility. And
Infy got the nuts right there.
Infy is going for the natural.
He doesn't want to secure himself the the Merc Camp support. That delays expansion, that delays his game plan, but that increases strength earlier on. Archmage already having taken quite a bit of damage. Gets the boots of Quel'Thalas, bad for him. Immolation, man, it's the tournament of Immolation.
Indeed, Foggy yesterday. How much damage can Moon do? The peasants are hurt already, and the right clicks of the Demon Hunter, they are pretty damn impressive. The Archer is in Shadow Melt. Moon has a Shadow Priest as well to dispel the Water Elementals, and now Infy's going for a surround here. All the peasants, but one is dead, the second one is dead, the third one is dead. It is a massacre. Moon really shines in the early stages of Tarina Stand.
Archmage gets the boots of speed though. If those had gone over to the Demon Hunter, this would be completely disastrous. Because the Demon would be able to easily chase down the AM and delay this Expo even further. I mean, this Expo is gonna come up. If a human wants to go for an expansion, he's gonna be able to. But how much can you delay it? Can you maybe steal the Rogue? He could get the last hit, but he's going for the Archmage and for the Peasants again. Think this is a bit of a mistake. He should see the boots of speed. He should see that there's no way of killing the Archmage or pressuring him too much. Maybe giving up some experience here that he should not have.
And he wasted some mana chasing the Archmage with Immolation on. Now the final Immolation. Can he get the Footman? He does. And another Peasant most likely as well. But he has to be careful. There's only the Town Portal. No stab. Infy comes in for a block. Doing more damage to the Demon. And buying himself some time. But that was an entire level that he gained there with the harassment. Pretty damn strong. And we see the counter expansion of Moon already 1/3 through. And the tech as well.
And the timing for that is good. The tech was a little bit late. He was floating like 300, 200 resources. But that's fine, you know. It's, I don't know, like 20 seconds, 15 to 20 seconds. But that's okay. What I'm really interested in, look at the position of this expansion, of this Tree of Life. So aggressive, so far forward, so many mercenaries, man. He's looking very confident, and he's looking very bloodthirsty this game.
How is Infy supply stuck, by the way?
The farm, the scout farm in the south of the map was killed by the Ancient of War.
Yes, true that. So Infy is completely out of lumber. He cannot fast build this expansion because he lost so many workers. And now Moon with additional mercenary support. Is there defend? I highly doubt it. Demon Hunter is back with mana, with immolation, but he has to be careful not being trapped again. He has a staff this time though, as well as the boots of speed.
Oh man, this supply block actually is so big. Because of this, he can't get any more peasants, and he has currently no peasants at all harvesting lumber. He called militia, expecting a fight, so now only a single peasant can build this expansion. This is so incredibly late. Moon only a tiny step away, only literally 1 experience away from level 3. He secures himself the shredder, but it seems like this is for economy purposes, not for fighting. And yeah, he should be feeling totally fine taking this late. His Tree of Life is now completed. He will walk up to the expansion, and only now Infy's expansion finally stands. This is a horrible early game for the champion.
True that, but we saw almost the same against Foggy on Amazonia, and still Infy was able to stabilize. Infy was able to get an edge on his opponent. Somehow he is the master of escaping from situations like this. But it's gonna be hard though. It's gonna be hard. Foggy is not Moon, and so it's gonna be a little harder for the Chinese.
And now this expansion positioning of Moon is kind of hurting him. Because if it had been at his natural or at the other side of the map, he could have easily crept this. But because it's so close to his opponent and Infy is putting on the pressure right now, he has to delay his expo. By the way, Archmage going for the lab. He wants to get the Zeppelin, I imagine. But a Wisp there to purchase that one as well. So Moon needs to get his expo up and then everything's fine. But Infy is doing a good job delaying this. But I don't think he has scouted it yet.
Me neither. The footmen are very close by, but they don't see the Tree of Life over there. Oh, now the Naga catching some footmen, and you know the right clicks. It's gonna be level 3 for the Demon Hunter for sure. 1 footman is dead. And yeah, of course, Naga is the pressure hero. Usually you would go for a Panda for a better late game, but he sees his edge in this game over Infy, and he wants to end this, and he wants to do as much damage as fast as possible. Spot is crap, so the expansion can come up, won't take that much time. And Infy only now started his tier 2 tech. Yeah, it's gonna be hard for him. And there's double Engine of Law for Moon outside of his base. So the harass of Infy goes into nowhere. He canceled the shop, I think. But that's
the
about
shop
it.
and a Moonwell, so it's a little bit of damage, a little bit of delay here. But his expo, as we mentioned, is so damn late. The tier 2 tech just started, so even if he delays here, it's not like he's gonna be hitting a heavy timing, a very powerful timing, I don't think at least. Archmage staffing towards the north, trying to delay more, trying to kill the entangled gold mine, and I think is gonna be able to do so. It's gonna be close. But the Naga, I wonder why the Naga. Usually you play the Naga to either, you know, punish your opponent right now, right then, or you feel so much pressure on yourself that you want to have a strong level 1 hero. But it doesn't seem like either of those cases is what we're seeing right here. Maybe he wanted to get rid of the Zeppelin harass, but I don't really understand the Naga. I'm sure he has a good reason behind it, but I don't see it.
I gotta talk about these Ancient of Lore, and I mentioned before, okay, Moon, he knows how to prepare. He's the best, or he was the best at least in his prime, to prepare for a specific opponent. And he knew that the harass with the Zeppelin of Infy would be coming, and he knew, okay, he knows the timing of my Ancient of Lore, so I put them in the bottom left, so he won't scout them. And it looks like that Infy is still confused about where the Ancients of Lore are.
Infy's natural, man. Lots of pressure. The distraction of the Zeppelin is no longer working. Infy is now taking massive damage in his economy department. He's trying to alleviate that pressure by attacking Moon's main, but Moon is not taking the bait, man. Infy needs to come back, otherwise this expo is toast.
Indeed, he doesn't do that much damage. It's tier 3 tech for Moon already. Only 2 footmen and the Shredder. More militias being called, but is that a wise choice? I don't know. The Naga is joining as well. Perfect position for the mercenaries. They are protected by the farms, and now we have level 4 on the Demon Hunter. The militia comes in, but how much can he kill? The Naga is blocking as well. 1 priest is down, but you can't afford that if you kill a lot of peasants in that one. Level 2 on the Naga. This is a disaster for Infy.
He actually cancels the tier 3 tech to keep his tree alive. He knows he's in such an amazing position, he doesn't need fast bears. As long as he keeps his base alive, this damage that he just dealt to the Expo is absolutely massive. Now finally, with the Staff Teleportation, he is dealing with his harass. The first Dryads are out, Abolish Magic will be here soon. And Infy, with his back against the wall, in a tough position. He doesn't lose much here. Footman, yeah, but Footman only Footman. But maybe the Zeppelin. Yeah, Zeppelin will die. He has to use the TP. But Infy, he would like to be at tier 2, sitting comfortably at a lot of lumber and a good economy. But his economy is in shambles, kind of. Well, he has reestablished his gold mining, but the big thing, there is not a single tower at the expansion. So goddamn vulnerable.
He can always go in there with Immolation, such a strong spell against the poor peasants. There is no Arcane Tower at the moment to burn the mana to reduce the duration for Immolation, because it's of course a channeling spell that consumes mana points. And here he comes in again with the Dryads, and of course piercing damage versus towers is great. Little fight at the shop. The Mountain King is there. Maybe Moon is forced into a town portal here, but he has none. Oh boy, the Demon Hunter has to be so careful. There is mana on the Mountain King. Scroll of Healing. Mana burn. And the Mountain King is out of mana. Jesus Christ, Moon is playing great. But how can he escape with the town portal he just bought? Well, there's a fireball and he got it. Wow. And even getting the Rifleman. We didn't mention this, but Infy is so pressured that he's forcing himself into Rifleman to just have something on the battlefield.
Alright, but I think even if Infy loses a Rifleman here, he's dodging a bullet, because this expansion was under heavy duress potentially again if Moon has in there. But the Demon Hunter may be a little too aggressive, maybe, you know, a little too ambitious, almost dying, forced to TPing out of there. He was delaying his bears by a lot, focusing solely on Dryads because of the harass. He wanted to have the Dispel. A little bit of rejuvenation would have gone a long way. But the thing is, Moon, he doesn't need to kill this expansion. He doesn't need to defeat Infy right here, right now. He is cruising smoothly through this game and it's looking beautiful for him. He has now crept his natural. His Naga is up at level 3. Finding a Belt of Giant Strength is also nice, making her more survivable. Demon Hunter, by the way, I think is 4.5. Yep, he is. So his heroes are looking great. His tech is delayed, yeah, but he's not really facing any all-in just yet. Question is, where does Infy take this? He has the expansion, but where does he go from here? This is not the usual Night Elf versus human game. This has gotten really weird over time. But Infy usually is really good at finding answers in these weird scenarios. He has lots of scrolls in his inventory. Maybe he is gonna go for an all-in attack, but he's sitting at only 50 supply, man.
He cannot really do this. The first bears are coming. Is tier 3 finished yet? No, it's not. So it actually pays off that Infy was harassing the Tree of Eternity for such a long time. Ultravision now finished. He has Rejuvenation though, and with Reju, the Demon Hunter, of course, a lot more sustainability. He can stay in there longer, and in combination with Immolation, that's a good thing to have. Lots of Dryads by Moon though, of course, thanks to the late tier 3 tech as well. Both players were going for the Merc Camp. Infy was buying a Berserker and got the big Invul potion. Moon on the other side. No slot at the moment. The Naga arrives and Infy is indeed coming. He might get 2 lores here. Now the position of the lores is biting Moon in the ass because he cannot town portal in there. And he's so far away. The damage output for Infy is good with the Rifleman and the Water Elementals. I think this means death to the production of Moon.
One of the lores is definitely gone, but I think Moon will arrive here to defend the second one. And yeah, his army easily wins this fight, there's no question. So he's taking a bit of a beating here in terms of production. By the way, Master isn't here yet, but he still feels confident. And I think he's right to do so. Look at this! The human is retreating from a Night Elf without Master Bears. That's how good this is looking for Moon.
And Infy, I think if he would only have known that there is the Master upgrade coming and it takes 10 seconds more, he would have killed the lore and delay his town portal with the loss of 1 or 2 units here. Oh boy. That's hard. That's good for Moon, obviously. 62 food, Master's now done. But we don't have an Engine of Wind yet, no Fury Dragons, not too much against the casters. There's no Breath of Fire because there is no Panda, obviously. Only Fog Lightning that hits up to 3 units and not 8, like the Breath of Fire. And Infy is playing it Yumiko style. He knows, okay, there's an expansion. This bridge might be great for me if I get another a few more breakers and I can't block this choke. Then the mortar teams come in effect, then the long-range rifles come in effect. So Moon needs to find an answer to this, or Infy will continue to crawl forward, but we see the second Tree of Life at the natural expansion. This is his backup plan.
Yeah, and he still has a lot of time, you know? Towers are coming up, yeah, but they're coming up far away from the expo, so he doesn't really have to engage this. It's not even like the like the mortar teams can siege the expansion, but Moon decides to engage anyways. He's feeling confident. That's been his story this entire game. Very aggressive, very confident, but now maybe a little bit too far forward. There will be a bolt right now. Is he gonna use it? No, he ain't. He's retreating. The towers are now up. Demon Hunter takes damage, but yeah, level 1 bolt.
Have you seen that Invis cast on the Berserker, man? 2 HP on the Mercenary. Infy's micro is on point. He was struggling in the early game, but he's stabilizing, and this position seems to be easy to get for him. But the mortars have to be careful. They are the main damage dealer now. He has to take care of the mortar teams, has to hide them behind the towers, behind the breakers, in range of the casters.
And typical Moon style, we see another expansion coming up. So it's mass expos again for the Korean champion. Bears engaging once more, but it's only 2. He has to be a little bit careful. Demon Hunter copying more and more damage over time, but Moon is saving his resources. He's like, yeah, there's a few towers here, but I'm not really under that much pressure. By the way, Flare from the mortar teams right now scouting the expansions. Interesting to see how Infy will try to deal with them. Without a Panda, which is very good against the towers with a breath of, you know, over a certain amount of range, he has to get some ranged, sustainable damage. Maybe Chimeras? I don't know.
Yeah, he has the Engine of Wind now, but the Demon Hunter is in problems, but there is a staff, obviously. He's out of the fight for quite some time, and that's Infy's chance to get a pickup. But no Stormbolt anymore, no mana. The Demon Hunter is doing a great job burning the mana over and over and over again.
I don't think Moon should defend this. Why should he risk this game by taking a fight here?
I agree.
Just let the Expo die. You got 2 more, whatever.
I agree. 67 food for Moon, 77 for Infy, and Scroll for him, and Invo Potion. Moon has a Scroll as well, and an Invo Potion and an Anti-Magic Potion. He is sick and tired of those Stormbolts. Fog Lightning hits the Rifleman very, very well. Heal Scroll immediately used to get the army back up to full HP. Oh, the Demon Hunter, Stormbolted, but it's only a level 1 Stormbolt. Invo Potion being popped now, going for the MK. There is an Invo Potion, he pops it as well. Double level up on the second Heroes 4, and to the Demon Hunter has to be so careful. Bash! And the staff from the Naga again.
Alright, Moon is trying to fight this army a little bit, but retreating over time, and more importantly, he's getting experience. Demon Hunter now 4 and... I don't know, 4 1/4 or something, but now he's taking quite a bit of damage, and again his production is caught in a weird position. 56 supply only for Moon. He was banking a lot of resources, and yeah, this Expo is now gonna fall, no question. That's not too terrible though, as we said, there's 2 more. But if he continues losing his production here, that might become an issue.
The heroes of Infy are becoming stronger and stronger by the minute. We have level 5 now, Water Torrent on the Archmage. We have level 3 finally on the Mountain King, so the Stormbolt will hurt a lot more. Does he have the gold for more heal scrolls or something? Only an Invo Potion left. He's trying to get his production buildings back into the main base, but I don't think the damage is enough since there are so many mortar teams with 2-0 upgrade. He will get rid of them in no time. Moon once again trying to defend this time with Fury Dragons.
But now, Moon, for the first time this game, caught in a position where, yeah, his army can't win this fight anymore. And interestingly, also prioritizing the Fairy Dragons.
Infy at the same time taking to tier 3. We saw this 2 days ago as well. And I think Master Priests are coming, more and more upgrades. And the Paladin, obviously, as a 3rd hero. And he's expanding in the upper right, so we have 3 gold mines versus 3 gold mines very, very soon. The Engine of Wind is gone, he will not get that Hippo out, and that blocks his tech tree. for Chimeras.
Precisely. And now Infy is starting to feel a little bit frisky himself, moving towards his opponent's side of the map, maybe towards the main, but nah, doesn't want to go there. Seems like Expo number 2 is going to be his point of contention, and this might be an issue here for Moon. He really doesn't want to lose one of his expansions, otherwise he will be behind economically, but how is he supposed to deal with his army, man? Lots of mortar teams with 2-0 upgrades, the damage is there, 80 supply for Infy, and he also has a sturdy front line, and Moon only sitting at 68.
Yeah.
Demon Hunter, by the way, harassing the second expansion. Will he have to let go of another one of his expos?
I don't know. Looks like it. For 5 mortar teams. That is so much. The Engine of Wind is back, so he can go into Chims, and he needs to find a solution against the mortar teams. Infy is on tier 3 now. He will be going for fragmentation shots. There it is. Very, very soon, I was about to say, but he was a little faster than me. And then the mortar teams also start to hurt the bears. They start to hurt everything. The tier 3 upgrade for these dwarves is so incredibly amazing.
There's, by the way, only 4 wisps in the main gold mine for Moon. That's why he still has a gold mine remaining, when actually now it's time for them to have depleted, because for Infy, it's gone. Now here comes the attack on the main. Moon obviously has to defend this, but he's not quite ready yet, and he's walking into a surround to start this off.
And he doesn't have a town portal. The staff is on him, but the staff is on cooldown. Uses the moon juice here and forces Infy into a town portal without killing. Killing him, and I don't see the reason why.
I don't get it at all. I guess he thought that the Naga was around, and he could have easily been staffed out, but the Naga was still quite a bit away. I think that would have been a hero kill. Might have been close, but why doesn't he risk it? He has a 2-base economy. Even if he loses a few units here, hoping for the hero kill seems like a good idea to me, but alright. Opportunity missed.
2 heal scrolls and an invo potion for the 5th race. The tower race has the Staff of Sanctuary. Where's the MK? There he is. 2 heal scrolls, a protection scroll, and an invo potion as well. So both players actually quite on the same level here. Where is the Paladin? I don't see it yet. What's going up here? More towers by Infy, basically everywhere on this map.
Double Chimroos, by the way, coming up for Moon, but it still takes some time. He needs to repel this attack, and then he can go into Chimeras. And there's no towers here to back up this attack, to create a fortified position. Leapfrogging forward his Fairy Dragons pretty nicely, morphing one here, then moving forward, then morphing them there. There we go. Like Siege Tanks in StarCraft 2, but here it's Fairy Dragons. And Infy has to retreat. Scroll of Healing, Scroll of Protection, both being used, but units are dying. Demon Hunter is getting experience.
Oh, but the Demon Hunter has to pull the Invul Potion here. There's, he needs Reju as fast as possible, somehow. Oh, Infy looks very, very strong. The position is great for him, but the bridge would have been a little better. Trying to go for the MK, who's level 3.6, by the way. Oh, Fog Lightning hits him. And yeah, once again, Infy is fought back, at least to a degree. He wants to kite the bears, but Moon is not willing to let him do this.
Double Chim Roost ready. More than enough resources. 3rd attack upgrade incoming. Once those Chims are out, man, there's gonna be a lot of splatter on this map. And Infy, I feel almost he is like the one that is under the gun. But this attack, I think it was mainly designed to create some time, because towers, as you said, are coming up more and more. Now to the western mercenary camp, we have 5. But of course, Chimeras with the upgrade have a lot of range. But Moon is a little bit, capped on supply. He can't go into mass Chims unless he wants to go into high upkeep, but that's of course extremely expensive.
Yeah, the main gold mines are about to expire. Only 600 left. Moon, only 2 wisps here remaining, so the gold mine will last a little longer. Infy on the other side, his main gold mine is down. His expansion, 2,000 gold remaining. For Moon, it's 9k here and 8k here. The longer the game goes, if it's about gold income in the end, the situation is better for the Korean.
Alright, first Chimera is coming out, but it's only gonna be a single one, so it's not the most giant of threats. And now we have mortar teams with 2-0 upgrades and inner fire. The damage is really starting to come in. 3-0 upgrade, by the way, in queue. And Infy again, going in. He's gonna try to kite this fight as well as he can. The Bears, man, with a 2-2 upgrade, so strong. The Water Torrents don't really stand a chance. Where is the Blizzard, I ask?
Yeah, that's the big question. He remains on his water elements. Now the Demon Hunter finally goes into the mortar teams, but no immolation here. But he's so close to level 6, he needs to find some kills. Priests are dying here. The water... Oh, nice that staff. The water elementals, by the way, are feeding the Demon Hunter, but he's in problems! Invul Potion saves him once again. 88 food for Moon, and only 30 experience away. The first gym arrives as well. But the Bears, they're all dying here. First one, second one, third one, most likely. Now the Mountain King in problems. There's another Invul Potion, nothing on the Demon. And he has to be staffed back. What a back and forth.
Alright, this Water Elemental, if he kills it, is gonna be level 6. Is he gonna focus on it? Looks like it. And here we go, Superman! Is he gonna use it right away? Yes, he is. And Infy is forced to retreat Town Portal instantly.
That was so important for Moon to repel this. Almost the Mountain King dying as well. In the meantime, yeah, he's crawling forward with towers, but the situation for Moon is absolutely great now. The expansion for Infy is about to be depleted. Only 1k gold remaining. In the upper right, Moon was mining the entire time. Only 3,000 remaining for Moon. It is 7k here. 8k here, and we have towers. Exactly 1 unit against the towers, chaos damage, range attack, everything that he needs. But there's the army coming, maybe with a Stormbolt, but Moon is well aware of that. Calling the army, being safe, looking very, very good.
Moon, by the way, still in high upkeep. He is suffering economically, but he has the chims to back it up. He doesn't have the siege upgrade, by the way. I think this is a monstrous mistake.
I don't know, the damage is a lot better.
Yeah, but the range is what matters against towers. Metamorphosis is now over. MK in a lot of trouble. Oh, but so is the Demon Hunter staff in the last second. And he has to retreat. Without the Demon, he can't fight this. And maybe Infy with the towers finally. Oh man, this expansion is in so much trouble. Look at the damage from the mortar teams.
It's incredible. One more volley and the Expo is gone. He's sacrificing it. Mass Dispel already to get rid of the mana, but Moon all of a sudden down to one gold mine. But so is Infy after a few seconds here. But Moon was in high upkeep the entire time. He didn't get the most out of his gold mines. He has 3 Chimeras though. 3-2 upgrades. What is Infy gonna do against that? And what a smart move again. He had the peasants ready for the expansion. So if Moon has no chance to counter the next go of Infy, he will lose this game. 79 versus 76.
Seems like the bottom left gold mine is the X factor this game. Whoever secures this for himself looks like is gonna win. Moon playing a tremendous game here on Tyrannus, but it looks like he overcommitted to Hippogriffs. Of course, like 2 or 3 are nice against Gyros, but he has so many. Is that one of the few mistakes he made that game that might cost him?
And
he still has the ace though. He still has the Demon Hunter.
Yes, that's true. Maybe he was expecting an early Dragonhawk counter from Infy. That's why he has so many hippos. But now that's of course biting him again. Invis Water Elementals to scout, maybe to harass, maybe to get rid of some wisps. And yeah. Both players at 80 food. The Naga has a heal scroll. Where is the demon, by the way? There he is. A second heal scroll and an Invu potion. On the side of the human player, we have no... Okay, 1 heal scroll, but no Invu potion anymore.
But double staff, so should be able to keep his heroes alive. But of course, then they will be gone. Alright, now, seems like Infy has fortified this base down here and is looking fairly pretty. But the Demon Hunter is harassing the expansion, still with immolation. There's not much gold left in here, but Moon has to come up with something here. He has to crack this base, otherwise Infy most likely will be able to ride this game out over time. But how do you do that? How do you do that? How do you fight into all these towers? The siege upgrade for the Chimeras I think might be an answer, but he is still not getting it. Would love to know why.
Yeah, I think he will not fight into the towers. He will have one open fight with Infy, and then the siege damage does the siege upgrade doesn't do too much here for him. Moon has wisps ready for detonate against the inner fire. But yeah, oh man, there's so many towers. Infy can just sit back and relax.
Yeah, Infy knows he has this game as long as he has this base,
Yeah.
so these towers make absolute sense.
Infinite
Moon,
towers is
yeah,
it
and
again.
Moon caught in a tough spot, man. Like,
Yeah, he gets rid of the mining here in the upper right, but what's it worth? I mean,
I guess if Moon deals sustained damage to Infy, that the goal difference in the expansions is made up.
but-
It is an even game.
wait a
but
second.
here-
Infy knows where the army is. He knows that the army is in the upper right, far away from the expansion, and he seeks for the kill. He wants to end this game now with killing the final gold mine, but here comes the town portal. Will he get some pickups here? There is not too much slow since the Dryads are so defensively positioned here.
Yeah, but without the towers, he can't win the fight. At least, probably. I mean, Inner Fire is nice. By the way, does he have Polymorph?
We
There's no
saw it
master
yesterday
on
of
the sorceress.
Yumiko. That could be a great answer to the chimps, but he doesn't have it.
Yeah, because the mortar teams will splatter those Dryads to pieces in a matter of seconds. But he only has a single sorceress, so is that really worth upgrading? Doesn't seem like it.
Moon is expanding, by the way, in the upper right for this 1,400 gold that is remaining.
And if you add up the gold mines, it's even, I guess.
6,000?
That 1,400 plus his natural kind of is the same as Infy's new base down here, so turns out he doesn't have to crack the Expo. Moon again proving why he's such a good player, proving me wrong here. I thought this was gonna be the deciding factor, but no, actually if you deal damage somewhere else you don't have to crack this position, because of course Infy would love to fight here, would love to fight with all his towers, but Moon isn't gonna give that fight to him. And Infy, he doesn't really have so incredibly many resources left that he can crawl forward here with the towers towards Moon's base. Nope. If he had more gold remaining, maybe he would do that, but I mean, alright, there's still 6,000 gold left, don't get me wrong, but a lot of the gold on Tyrannus has already been depleted.
When do we ever see a completely outmined Tyrannus stand? Very, very, very rarely. We had a match, Moon versus TH, one of the greatest of all time. Fnatic beat it tournament. That was one for the ages, with a lot more tanks though. But I think that was the one game where all gold mines on Tyrannus were down. That was in 2009, 7 years ago. And the Moon still shining over the Warcraft scene. Lots of scouting going on. The Archmage here getting rid of the expansion in the upper right. There's a Staff of the Demon Hunter though. Is there something to escape for the Archmage? No, he doesn't have boots anymore as well. So the expansion comes through. But we have to keep in mind the Archmage is coming closer and closer to level 6 as well. And with Mass Teleport, he can get rid of expansions so easily.
Yeah, that's a very good point actually. That is definitely a game changer. The mobility that provides you and your ability from this to chip away at your opponent is, yeah, unlike anything in Warcraft. So if this Archmage hits level 6, it's gonna be a different game. Something that also Moon has to keep in mind, and I'm pretty sure he is gonna keep in mind because he has played against that ultimate many a time.
Oh yes.
By the way, he finally has the siege damage upgrade for the Chimeras, and yeah, still sitting at 3-2 upgrade, so his army is looking kind of like the perfect army. And he knows he can feel confident to fight in open ground. Is Infy maybe gonna try to go for a 100 supply army, save up? But no, seems like no one wants to commit. They're both taking it slow.
Infy is shooting with the mortar teams, but yeah, 3 chimps! Oh, double kill on the mortars. They are kind of squishy, as you saw.
Oh,
but yeah,
holy crap.
Moon had to delay this expansion. The one Water Elemental and the Archmage actually forced the tree to uproot, eat some trees to heal up back again. So it's only 2,700 gold left, 4,800 here. But yeah, he lowered the damage of Infy significantly with killing those 2 mortar teams. It's only 3 remaining.
And now we see gyros coming out for Infy, but are they gonna be the answer against so many hippos? I mean, he's in a tough spot. Of course, he would love to get Dragonhawks, but You have to have a lot of Dragonhawks if you want to shackle all the hippos and all the chimeras. You need like, I don't know, 8, something like that, and he can't afford that transition.
Well, he has Rifleman, he has a Berserker, he has Water Elementals, he has Gyros, and he can storm both the hippos. So I think he will win the air fight. Because there is no Breath of Fire, Fog Lightning. Does it hit mechanical units?
No.
No, right? Yeah, true, of course not. So yeah, that's a downside for Moon as well. So I think the Gyrocopters are once again this very, very smart solution for Infy, and that's what makes them so strong.
But man, hippos with roar are crazy, man. It's 3-2 hippos. They're nuts. The gyros are 3-2 as well though, so Infy finally getting up there in upgrades.
Well, of course we have to keep in mind that Moon has a level 6 Demon Hunter and Metamorphosis does splash damage, chaos damage. And that will get rid of the Gyrocopters pretty easy if they are stacked up.
Alright. Flying machines are supposed to be the answer. Oh, with inner fire, by the way.
Yes.
Not every day we see this. Look at this. They have goddamn 13 armor. 44% damage reduction. Oh, by the way, yesterday I had some time on my hands and I did some calculating with armor. I guess we can talk about that in a break we have later on. Because I discovered something that at least I wasn't aware of. Alright, now, the gyros with inner fire, with everything. Look at this army, it's looking scary. He's engaging. Is he finally gonna be able to win and fight in open ground?
Oh boy, there is a lot of damage. The Demon Hunter's doing nothing! He enabled Metamorphosis, but he was standing around for such a long time. Now the Mountain King is in trouble. Will the Chimeras somehow survive? I mean, all the Hippogriffs are gone. The Demon Hunter has to carry the anti-air fight now, but Moon has to retreat here. There seems to be no chance, but look at the splash damage! Now the gyros have a huge problem. The Naga is doing a good job as well attacking the air, but this is like mini breaths of fire that Moon is throwing at the poor gyros.
The MK was staffed out, he's healing up back at base, so this Demon Hunter is free to do whatever he wants, but Moon, man, he took a lot of losses, down to only 54 supply. But, and now, because of this, there's a level 6 Archmage.
There's a level 6 Archmage, you know, but is it worth it? No, the expansion in the upper right is depleted anyway. So he doesn't need it. He does not need it, but yeah, the expansion is gone as well for Moon here. At its natural. He killed it with the mortar teams, and now the legend Moon is without income.
But he still has a big bank, still 1,400 left, and he has a main tree still that he could walk over, and also his other expansion, which is making its way down south right now.
2 more
as we speak. He's going into more hippogriffs, if I saw this correct. Actually, no, only 3. So you were right. The gyros did win the air battle. Of course, after a time they had to retreat. Otherwise, the Demon Hunter was going to make mincemeat out of them.
2 more Chimeras are coming. Moon is going for mass damage. He will have 4 chims.
I think he needs more hippos, man. I think he needs, like... If he wants to win this... if he wants to contest this air battle... He needs more...
I think the Demon Hunter and the Naga, they can get rid of the gyros. It's not that big of a deal. He needs to get rid of the mortar teams and the things on the ground.
Lots of theory crafting coming up, and Invol to start this fight. The gyros are all very hurt. Jesus Christ, they haven't been repaired. Remember, there's not many resources remaining. There's not that many gyros on the battlefield at all. So actually, these 3 hippos might be enough. No metamorphosis just yet, but the Chimeras, man, they can do whatever they want, cleaving through the opposition. Level 6 now for the Naga, but the Demon has to be a little bit careful. Low HP, the Invol is gone, and there might be Storm Bolts soon to come, but he's out of mana now.
Yeah, but of course it is a huge Brilliance Aura, so he will be back. He buys a mana potion. He knows he has to get rid of that Demon Hunter, but the Chimeras for Moon, they are doing it. They are the MVPs here for now. He got rid of so much army. Now Infy is down. 259 food. His gold mine, only 1,800 remaining. The Tree of Life is back at the expo now. Both players have almost exactly the same gold for them.
Why do we have the best game as the first game again?
Can you imagine this being a draw as well?
This might become a draw, because when is Moon ever gonna fight into those towers?
Yeah,
He
and
has
when
the
is
he
Infy
has
gonna
the
leave his
Chimeras,
towers?
though. He has
Why
the
would
range
Infy...
from the Chimeras, though.
True. True that. That's the one upper hand that he didn't have against Yumiko 2 days ago, where we saw a draw. When do you ever see that in Warcraft? It's amazing. 73 food for Moon. He also has a Cyclone now, or Tornado, the ultimate of the Naga. Almost 600 mana points, so he can afford it. Cyclone all the mortar teams most likely. Knights are coming. Don't really know why.
Yeah, I'm questioning that as well. Like, I don't know. The gyros worked very well once before when they won that air fight, but then the Demon Hunter Metamorphosis did salvage the situation for Moon. The thing is, does he really have the economy to go into, like, what was it, 18 gyros again? Because in the gold mine, now, less than 1,000 left.
Yeah, for both players actually. Okay, now there's 1,100 for Moon, but it doesn't really make that much of a difference. 200 gold remaining for Moon here at the moment. For Infy it's 100, both with a high lumber, but that doesn't count that much. Moon with 6,000 lumber. He will not care about that one more time. There is an Invis Rifleman. Will he use Mass Teleport? I cannot really imagine. Oh, he does!
He is!
He is! He's going for the main tree. But that gives Moon, of course... Okay, he town portals in. And immediate town portal out. There's not enough damage anymore. Because there's too few mortar teams to get rid of it. Oh, that Fork Lightning.
The Tims were heading for the for the mortar teams, and he was like, please, TP, TP, TP. And it was just in time. So in the end, they trade evenly. TP against TP. Not really anything lost on either side. And that looked like an idea, but... yeah, not, you know, the most well thought out idea. Usually Infy always has the answers, but here he seems to be struggling.
Yes.
Doesn't look to me like he knows how to win this game.
Maybe two of the greatest minds that Warcraft 3 has ever seen when it comes to late game. When it comes to solutions out of tight situations. They are colliding here at the moment. And it seems like Moon has the better answers. But... we have another big group of gyrocopters. He's boosting them with inner fire. But yeah, the gold mine, you hear it. No more income for Infy. And Moon.
And interestingly, he spent all of his cash. He didn't save anything for an emergency. Does he have a TP anymore? He doesn't. No TPs, only one invul. Oh man, Infy, living life on the edge.
2010 Tirina's stand, everybody, is completely out of gold. All 6 gold mines down. Moon has 600 on his bank. Infy has nothing. What are the items? Invo potion, mana potion on the Mountain King. Where's the paladin? There he is. Also only a staff. That's it. That is what he has to deal with. Demon Hunter has a heal scroll. There's an Invo potion on him. The Naga has a heal scroll as well. Infy needs something. He needs to find a solution. I don't know. I can't think of anything. But I'm not a 3-time world champion.
Moon, by the way, deciding, oh, that's actually a decent pick-off here. Bolt and Focus Fire gets rid of one of the hippos. And, of course, all the gold is gone. Everything you gain here is nice. So that's a good little move there by Infy.
It's so many gyros, by the way. How does Moon want to get rid? He has to use Immolation again. But maybe Infy is just triggering Immolation, then runs back into his towers, so the Immolation is off, then attacks again, then he doesn't have the splash damage against the air units. The Hippogriffs will never ever do the job against them. There's no Breath of Fire. The Naga, yeah, has some decent right clicks with, wow, 60 to 70 damage per hit, but I don't think it's gonna be enough.
You meant Metamorphosis, by the way.
Course.
You said Immolation there.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah, I was questioning, is he going to be able to get into mass gyros again? And he decided, yeah, one last hurrah. And yeah, the Demon Hunter will have to carry this. And as we know, there is the mass teleport. Is he maybe going to bait the Metamorphosis, then teleport out? Here we go!
Okay, the orb It works, of course. There is Metamorphosis. The chimps are coming in. The gyros are taking a lot of damage thanks to the splash damage. The chimps are still alive. 4 or 5 of them. He's doing a lot of damage. Oh my god, the position of the Demon Hunter is tremendous. He's getting rid of all the gyros and now free terrain on the chimeras. There's no anti-air anymore except one poor rifleman, and it seems like Moon with a level 8 Demon Hunter is doing it here. Oh my god, the Paladin, the poor Paladin has to be staffed out, and it works for now. But yeah, you mentioned it, the range upgrade on the chimps, they will cut through the amount of towers. It's gonna take him some time, but Infy is out of anti-air, and I don't see a solution for him anymore.
He's running for the Paladin, he knows where he is. By the way, the brilliance of that fight was the Wisps against all the inner fire. That's how he was able to win that fight fairly easily. He was not thinking about the Wisp detonate dispel possibility, I don't think. And with those gyros not having the inner fire, that was massive. By the way, Paladin dies! And we know Infi completely out of cash. Can he sell enough to get him back? I'm not sure. If he kills the altar, there's probably no way. But doesn't go for the altar. Still has to be afraid of mass teleport. Speaking of which, Archmage going towards the middle of the map and trying to find some damage somewhere. We are obviously aware he cannot win a fight anymore. Can he win this though? Through building kills.
Exactly. Is there a town portal for Moon? Yes, there is. If Infy is attacking the base, Moon will be there at least once. But of course, Infy has a million buildings across Terina's stand. Will he find a solution? Will mass teleport bring the victory? But it's only 2 mortar teams. He's trying to get some gold via creeps. He gets an item here, he can sell that. And it was the circlet.
Rare mistake here from Infy, maybe showing his mental state. Had he solo crept this, he would be level 5 MK. And that's not a small deal.
True that, true that. That was the last creep spot on Terina's. No gold mines, no creep spots, no nothing anymore.
A player's forces are under attack.
Paladin coming back, by the way. That was actually a mistake by Moon, not killing the altar. Maybe he felt pressured to retreat, I don't know. But he could have definitely, easily killed that man. 5 chimeras with roar, with a siege upgrade. That altar, man, just poops to pieces. But even with the Paladin, how does Infy do this? How does he do this?
I don't know.
I think one important thing as well, he doesn't have a sorceress anymore. There is no invisibility possibility. That could be a sneaky way to somehow maneuver across the map, but no sorceresses left alive.
I think he just has to use mass teleport over. He knows Moon is out of gold as well. Yes, he does have a lot of items he can sell, but if he uses... he doesn't have Invis water elementals, it's out. Okay, level 8 Demon Hunter once again, Metamorphosis. Will this be the end for Infy? Will this be the win for Moon? Of course, he cannot attack the breakers, but his target is the towers, his target is the heroes. The bear has been staffed out. And Infy's on the retreat once again. My idea was sending an invisible water elementals to the main base, mass teleport onto it, and try to kill the buildings all over because Moon cannot afford a lot of town portals. Stormbolt again. This is still no level 5 Mountain King. He didn't kill a single unit in this last fight.
The thing though, if he wants to go for the mass teleport doesn't have a big cooldown, but it does have a cooldown. So when you teleport in, you can't teleport out right away. And when the Night Elf comes in with his own TP scroll, then you might just lose everything. So
True that.
It's a dangerous proposition.
True. Didn't think of that. That you have to get out somehow. 1 hour. Almost 1 hour this game lasts.
And it seems like Moon is now firmly in the driver's seat. The Chimeras looks like we'll be able to get rid of those towers one by one. The damage is actually goddamn crazy. Moon has accomplished to raise the perfect army, and Infy did not manage to crack it this game. He's heading for the main. He's going to try to deal as much damage as possible, and I imagine mass teleport out once the Night Elf arrives. Dryads are here to scout this. Amazingly still alive. I don't know how they survived all the mortar teams.
True that. So Infy is going back to his bottom left base, but yeah, what can he do here? What can he do here? I think he's trying to force the town portal off of Moon, but why? Maybe he goes for the main now, forces the town portal because Moon cannot buy one back.
Alright, Chimeras have been split from the army. Moon now feeling so confident, thinking he can win this fight without Chimeras. Is that maybe a mistake? Of course, there's still Metamorphosis. Gets it.
Wow.
Nope, does not get a hippo.
Wow. The timings of the two players, they are just on point. Maybe the final fight. Fork Lightning against the Mortar teams. That is so important. Staffing one out, but the second one is down. The Naga though! The Naga though! Oh, pulls the town portal here. And Infy is winning this fight, but now the Chims are back.
Yeah, man. Overconfidence almost costing Moon here in best darkest dungeon fashion. But now the Chimps are back, exactly. And I think once Infy sees this, he's gonna mass teleport, but he doesn't have the mana! There's no mana for mass teleport at the moment. Gets another hippo for free. He will okay, there it is. Has the mana now. And will get out.
Yeah, the Brilliance Aura is doing its job. Infy is trying everything to win this. But why would Moon leave his base now?
Yeah, I think Moon just camps at home and splits off 1 or 2 chimps to kill everything over time. It's gonna take like a year, but over time it's gonna work.
Level 8.5 demon. Level 7 on the Naga. And yeah, here it comes again. Oh no, there's no mortar team anymore. He killed them all. And the damage of the breakers is of course super duper low if the units they attack have no mana. Stormbolt do not get the damage from the demon. And he retreats again.
Has to leave this, knows he can't fight it. Moon making so many brilliant moves, but does not split a single chimp from his army here. I think that would just be, you know, easy win. Checkmate, mate.
True that. He has 5, so he can easily afford it.
Oh, there's one mortar team. Where did that come from? He probably staffed at home or
Oh yeah, he
something.
staffed at home, yeah, you're right. But still, yeah, it's a 3-0 mortar team, but he will be there in time.
Alright, so in my eye, this game is won for Moon, but
Never count Infy out.
yeah, crazy things can happen. He
Never
almost
count
lost the Naga due to
Yes.
Moon one mistake from Moon. If he loses the demon, there's no more mana burn, and then triple hero of the human will defeat everything by themselves.
Is it possible to lose a level 8.5 Demon Hunter?
Yeah, I mean it's not very likely, but sure it's possible.
I think he doesn't have the damage anymore. There is a level 3 Stormbolt, yes, but apart from that, the Holy Light of course doesn't kill him because it's not an undead. So where should the damage be coming from? I don't see
Feedback,
it.
man, feedback.
Well,
I think feedback does like burns 4 mana per hit, and every point burned deals extra damage. But yeah, it's still not a lot, obviously. All right, Chimeras are doing their work again. He shaves them all off once more, though. This almost cost him a Naga once before.
and Infy is going for the attack. Very slow this will be, but maybe he can do it in the end. Moon is retreating with his entire army. He will be there in time, of course, but will he lose one building? I think so. No. Engine of Lore stays alive.
Alright. We've seen this movie before. Holy Jesus, the damage, man. These do not look like torrents. These look like peasants. These water elementals.
Yes.
Oh man, this mass teleport, he didn't catch the rest of the
boy.
army.
I think he's in there in time. Yeah, staffs home the one unit, so he won't take too many losses. Stormbolt again. Cutting the HP almost in half here. But looks like Moon wants to end this now. Getting rid of more and more water elementals. Mana burn on the Mountain King. No mana anymore. But no, he's still retreating.
Haven't seen the unit die in quite a while here. Only water elementals. Or wait, where's the mortar team?
Here in the middle of the map.
Ah, okay.
Of course, he has to be afraid that the chimps catch him. And then he's dead in like 2 shots.
Speaking of which, they're hunting for it. Ultra Vision.
Yeah.
OP, OP.
The unit is coming in again. Chimps are doing the damage again, but this time he does not want to overcommit. He made the mistake once and almost lost a lot against the Gyros and almost lost the Naga there once. He's not doing the mistake for a 3rd time.
Yeah, Moon is playing this super safe. He could utilize his range advantage way more, but he knows he has the time. I think he knows he has this game in the bag. And maybe, he thinks, yeah, playing a long game doesn't matter to me. This is a pretty relaxed situation, as long as I don't lose my heroes, obviously. Maybe he also wants to wear Infy out a little bit. Maybe that's his thinking.
True that.
Because he could easily be using these chimps more effectively. Now the Archmage being focused. Holy Light, however, but the damage, man. We've been saying it over and over. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, but the Stormbolt still is the solution to fight Moon off. To disable the Demon Hunter. Just for a second, and that's always enough to run away. He's back to full health, full mana again. Same for the Naga, 630 mana points. And Moon is moving out again, leaving his spot there.
Going up to the north once more. Is he gonna be attacked in the main again, or has Infy finally become too scared? No, he hasn't. The Emperor is moving east again, as the Chimeras are dealing with some more towers. Will we see a level 9 Demon Hunter? He's not far away.
No, he keeps on killing the water elementals. And this time he splits his army. 3 chimps staying at the former expansion, at the natural expansion. 2 chimps are coming back to defend this. Is this gonna be enough? Or not? Of course the hero levels speak in favor of Moon. Staffs to save the Dryad. The chimps are coming in again. Demon Hunter. Oh, he's going for the Archmage, man. He's going for the Archmage so bad, but Stormbolt saves the old man and the horse for once. There's no boots anymore, and the Dryad slow is really working well. The Paladin's Holy Light is saving the Archmage for now. But no, he staffs him out here. No mass teleport possible anymore. Now the 2 other heroes are exposed. Invo Potion on the Mountain King. Divine Shield on the Paladin is over, and he keeps on slowing him. Mana burn. That was the final Holy Light, and the Paladin is down for the 2nd time. The Mountain King is exposed. No hero anymore. Infy is losing it all. The chimps are back, and the damage is back as well. Level 9, GG, Moon 1, Infy 0. What a game to start the day.
Again, we have a crazy Night Elf versus Human as our first map. Not a draw this time, but certainly an epic game. I don't know, what was it, an hour?
That was an hour.
58 minutes. All right, very close to an hour. And Moon taking this game where he likes it, into the late game, but it was very close, man. There were situations so close. If he didn't have the Metamorphosis against the Mass Gyros, at one point he loses this game. But again, Superman bailing out his buddy.
Infy called for a map, but he said AM. I think
Amazonia.
Amazonia, right? Ah, okay, Amazonia, right. So yeah, weird choice for a human player to go for Amazonia. I mean, Foggy loved it. Foggy was close to beating Infy on that map. And now Infy picks it himself.
Well, there's no mass expansions possible. Maybe that's his thinking. He's like, nah, I don't want to go into this weird 1000 Tree of Life scenario against Moon. That's just what he likes too much. Amazonia, of course, the smallest map we have. Only 1 natural each. That's it for gold mines. So even if it's not the perfect human map, maybe that's his thinking. More playing to his opponent rather than, his own preference. And also, what you said. Foggy played really well in the early stages, but it didn't matter. Infy in the end made it look easy still.
Yeah.
He went for the tier 3 mortar team, fragmentation, master, priest, triple hero, knight stuff, you know. And there's not massive amounts of gold here to go into mass chimps. The economy is way more restricted here.
Oh my god, we see Millen in the chat. Shout out, boy. Haven't heard from you in a while. Nice to see you here. And I want to mention one other thing. Nex' birthday was yesterday, and you might think, who's Nex? Nex was our first subscriber, so shout out to King David. But yeah, we see the highlights here again. That was when the Demon Hunter Metamorphosis got rid of all the gyros. And that was definitely key to victory.
Imagine how much easier that game would have been with a Panda. Or would it? Or would it, though? Panda would have been way more exposed than a Naga, being way more up front.
Yeah.
Well, coulda, woulda, shoulda, I guess. Moon manages to win it anyways. And is this the Moon from back in the day, Neo?
Well, definitely looks like it. I mean, we haven't seen like his signature Zeppelin moves or whatever, or Crazy Dark Ranger. Shout out to Todd. But that's what won him so many championships, you know? All the decision making, all the great choices he can do, especially in the late game when it becomes so hard to think straight, when you get exhausted after 55 minutes of back and forth and back and forth. That's Moon. That's Moon. And maybe he has to be challenged by a guy that he knows for such a long time, by a guy that he knows is on the same level as him, like Infy, to play to his fullest.
Might be, but I still think this was Moon's comfort zone, you know? Late game, mass expos. I think that's where he still is amazingly strong. I think Tyrannostan, along with Twisted, also his favorite map. On smaller maps, on simpler games basically, I am still not sure that he can hang with the best of them. He has to prove it here.
He has to. If he wants this sword as the trophy for GCS Spring 2016, he has to come back. He will not be eliminated but thrown down to the loser bracket where Yumiko and TH are waiting, and everything can happen in Human Mirror. Here we are! Amazonia. Infy in the upper right, Moon in the bottom left. Map number 2.
Alright, Infy went for the fast expansion last game, and boy, did it get punished. Immolation, lots of peasant kills, lots of damage, and then he was far behind right from the start of the game. He fought back valiantly, though. He almost managed to win it in the end, probably only the ultimate of the demon standing in his way. This is a different map, though. Demon Hunter level 6, very much so less likely. Long game, also very much so less likely. But we still expect the expansion here, and maybe he's gonna go for this style that maybe he invented? Probably did. The 2-base tier 3 triple hero stuff that we were talking about. He played it 2 days ago, I think. No, yesterday it was, against Foggy, and it looked amazing. Is Moon familiar with this? Is Moon gonna fall to it as well? Infy, the deck has been reshuffled. Everything is possible.
True that. So yeah, you corrected yourself a bit there. We saw the super late game of Infy on this map, and on Moon's side, we have seen at level 6 Demon Hunter in this very tournament, on this very map, against Shishi in the group stage. So when these two players are competing on Amazonia, everything seems to be possible. But yeah, do you think that there is an opportunity that Infy just wants to trick Moon here and is going for a tower push?
Yeah, there is. We also have to consider this is still the upper bracket, so if you lose, you're not out of the tournament, so, you know, you don't have to risk as much, or it's not as risky, basically, going for a chance. But I don't think that's Infy's style, man.
No.
And especially the last couple of times we saw Tower Rushes against Night Elf, they just got demolished. Like, seems like Tower Rushes only work against orcs anymore across the top end of Warcraft.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I don't think so.
we saw it happen yesterday with TH versus Shishi, but it was on Echo Isles. It was a Naga first, and it was Shishi, not Moon. There is a big difference between those two in terms of skill. So yeah, creeping starts, almost level 2 for the Archmage already. This is the signature creeping on Amazonia. Circle of Nobility first, and we see Gloves of Haste and Slippers again. Moon is lucky with his early item drops. Once again, a lot of damage. Not as much as the Claws early on, but still, for Harass, that will be coming. A nice addition. And he has a Wisp parked already to be able to detonate on the Water Elementals to make creeping of the spot even harder.
But he didn't go for the creep pull trick. Triple water elementals nicely spreading them and doesn't get the kill. Rare mistake here from Moon. Should have definitely been able to get it. But he's level 2 already, so he doesn't need the experience desperately. And here comes the creep. How many peasants do we have here? Only 6. This might become painful.
Another Wisp is coming in, but yeah, the spread is nice. Immolation for the second time. First peasant is dead. The Footman is about to die as well. Shadow Melt, but a little too late. Oh boy, this is a lot of damage once again, but Infy saving this Footman with 2 HP. The Demon Hunter is surrounded again, gets another kill, It's the Town Portal out now, but Immolation's still working, is it? Oh no, yeah, it is.
That looked like the longest TP ever.
Yes, indeed. Oh boy, he's losing another Footman! Horrible!
The Water Elemental is ensnared, is not taking damage. Now it is. Alright, he gets the expo, he gets the item, he gets the experience, but Jesus Christ, again, so much damage.
All Footmen are dead except the one he saved with 2 HP, right? And the Demon Hunter's coming back with full mana, full HP. This could be a stomp of Moon. The mana is on, and here we go again. Area of effect. Third last peasant down, second last peasant down, and the final peasant is dying as well. He called for new ones, but look at the level. Oh, it's around. There's a town portal. He escapes like a Houdini from this situation.
Slippery bastard. That could have turned the game around instantly, but gets out of there just barely. And almost level 3. He went from level 2 to basically level 3 only with peasant and footman kills. Oh, Jesus Christ. And now, getting this footman as well, thanks to Boots of Speed, no problem at all, and boom! Level 3. Seems like lots of Night Elves nowadays go for the 1-1-1 skill build. I imagine that's what we're going to be seeing again. And Huntresses, by the way, also. Tier 2 tech has started. No counter expansion just yet, and only 1 Ancient of War. So no heavy commitment either way. Here comes the counter expo. Not waking up the wizards, by the way, even though it's right next to it, but whatever.
Damn sleepy wizards. So yeah, this is exactly what we saw from Foggy. We saw it working as well, but Moon's Harass is even better than Foggy's was 2 days ago. And now he got the boots. The Archmage went to the shop to steal the boots, but we saw Infy selling the town portal. He is so desperate for resources that he has to sell the town portal.
Yeah, he has the greater healing and the boots, so losing the AM should not be an issue unless he fucks up majorly. Wisp getting to the Shredder again at his opponent's lab. Last time it was just for economy. Is it this time going to be used offensively? Might make sense, especially with the 2 Huntresses he decided to invest into already, but nope. He's just heading home.
Indeed. Can you do some trouble? No, the base is of course walled off. Lumber Mill is coming, but only very, very, very slow. The expo is up though. Has been delayed by quite some time, and he needs to rebuild so much more peasants. And then he can start the tech. Moon on the other side, almost tier 2. Shop is there for the staff. The Huntress Hall is of course in time. The expo, well, 2/3 done, I guess. So yeah, but it's still Infy. We can't say this game is over because the early game was so great. It is Infy who shines when it comes to tier 2 and tier 3.
He scouts the expo now, but this is definitely too late to cancel. But maybe he can delay this expansion from his opponent. He was delayed significantly. Maybe he's going to be able to do the same. He has a decent army here. This is 7 footmen. Of course, Huntresses are good against them, but there's also Water Elementals and the AM. Going to the shop now of them at the merchant, getting staff teleportation.
Oh, he has to see the Ancient of Lore, but he doesn't. maybe because it's nighttime, Moon is going for the proxy engine of lore again. This time only one. This one will be cancelled. Infy was going for it at Terina's stand as well with the Zeppelin. It didn't work out because Moon was building them outside of his base. And now the Shredder is defending. But Infy is going for the Zeppelin thing this time. Naga, yeah.
Almost walked into a surround right fresh out the tavern. Still a little tipsy. Almost being greeted by the footman there. And yeah, we saw a few Night Elves going for the Ancient of Wind right away to deal with the Zeppelin. Does not look like Moon wants to do that. And he's definitely going to get this Ancient of Lore with the help of the Shredder. No question. That one has to be cancelled. But as you said, there's another one soon to be up. The Naga, again the choice of Moon. Good against the Zeppelin. The footman, man, they're getting rid of the Shredder here. Oh no, Staff keeps it alive actually. And now she almost gets surrounded. A few micro mistakes from Infy here that we're not necessarily used to seeing.
Oh, the Watermelon is going down. Additional HP, additional XP for Moon in this scenario. But he gets the Shredder. Moon is losing the Shredder, but he gets a lot of footmen. No, the micro of Infy out Zeppelining Moon here. Slow on the Archmage. He has to chase him away. There is a Staff. There is Boots. He will get away with ease. And yeah, the Engine of Lore is down. We mentioned it. And he's going for the second one, maybe. They're all hurt. The Zeppelin is hurt as well. But he's... Is he trying to go for it? No. No, he's not.
I think this was a really good move by Infy. He used his greater healing, but that's definitely worth it. Saved most of his footmen. Now staffing in with the AM again. Finding a TP. Ooh, man. Living life on the edge. And this delayed Moon so much, man. The Expo still not up. Second Agent of Lore only now coming. Tier 3 delayed. Shop. Well, Shop is up. So that one didn't suffer. Oh, the Zeppelin though. Bam! Everything drops. Everything's dizzy. Has to TP. Loses the Shredder himself.
And a footman. But yeah.
The Berserkers, man. I think they're Korean.
And now Moon is coming in again. Does he want to risk it? No, the mana is too low for immolation, so he can't deal that amount of damage that he needs. Yeah, but everything is slowed now for quite some time.
A player's forces are under
For
attack.
Infy. It's going back and forth again. Tier 2 for Infy is ready. Double Arcane Sanctum. He is catching up to Moon, who is still down to one Ancient of Lore. Second one about to be ready, but Tier 3 has not started. As you mentioned, finally the creep starts, and he gets a big mana potion. Is okay-ish, especially on the Naga, but would have been better on a Panda or a big Invul or healing would have been better as well. But still, it's a good item. On the other side, Vamp Aura for Infy will be sold. No melee units for him, except he's going for Knights, but I don't see that. Berserker in addition as well. He knows he needs every force that he can get to deal with the Moon.
And this game is pretty damn reminiscent of yesterday's game versus Foggy. This time he took more damage though. This early game was worse. But Foggy's early game was also good. But then Infy came back, delayed the expansion, and it looked like hitting a 70 supply tier 2 timing would be a good strategy to go for. Also looks like this time. Is he gonna go for it here, or is he gonna decide to go tier 3 again? Actually, one big thing is he lost the Shredder because of his Zeppelin dying, so his lumber intake is very limited. So tier 3 is a lot more difficult to achieve. He's at 50 supply, he has to decide right now. Is he gonna go for the push, or is he gonna play this into the later stages?
Yeah, I don't think he can go for the push at the moment. Maybe, I don't know. Zeppelin play versus the Expo, I can see that work. But he's not committing to an open fight, that's for sure.
A town is under siege. A player's forces are under
I keep on looking at Infy's resources. This is the big tell. He's sitting at 50. Is he gonna go above or not? He's getting...
Spend some gold on items. Heal Scroll and Invul, of course. And he's creeping up the Mountain King solo, harassing with the Archmage here. He has a staff, he can get out. No disable for the Night Elf. Both first heroes level 4. Moon slightly ahead, almost level 3 on the Naga here already. Mountain King still needs to find some space for the creeping. Moon's Expo is up as well. The expansion of Infy is fortified with a blacksmith and some towers. That's gonna work for quite some time. Sorcerers are coming for the slow, obviously. Infy is getting the second Merc spot.
Yeah, he's finding a lot of experience here for his MK. This is pretty good. But now he's being creepjacked. But this is only Huntresses and Dryads. But he is pretty damn scared, pulling the TP immediately. Surprisingly to me, a little bit. Level 3 for the Naga now as well. So in terms of experience, they are pretty damn even, we have to say. And he finds more and more creep camps, getting a lot out of this mid game here. How is he going to decide to transition? Alright, it's the tier 2 push. It's coming. He's heading into upkeep. He's not going tier 3.
He has problems with his lumber though. He has to be careful. Actually, stealing that bottom right Merc camp off of Moon was a big deal. That was a Scourge Bone Chimes, and bears with Scourge Bone Chimes are damn scary. So Moon not getting that item is a big deal. Demon Hunter has the orb now, tier 3, and it's of course finished. Master training almost done. Nature's Blessing is coming to have more sustainability versus the mortar teams that are coming here. Rifleman as well. He is pulling everything. He gets whatever he can get. 2 Berserkers. Riflemen, mortar teams, casters. Is this the force majeure?
First Huntress eating a Stormbolt, not dying though. The staff is there. Moon seems like he wants to intercept his opponent before he can really set up camp. He would love, of course, to not have to fight against towers, as militia are coming south as well. And ivories are being deployed right here. This push is hitting. We were expecting this. We were wondering if this might come or it's going to be the tier 3. Yeah, it's going to be the push. Moon is going to reach around by the looks of it, but does he have enough? Here comes Moon's signature unit, the Zeppelin, but what he really needs is bears and time. He doesn't have much of either at the moment.
He bought another heal scroll. Oh no, it's what's the one he had before. So he bought a town portal, I guess.
Oh, this is actually pretty damn cool, man. There's only one mortar team in the human army. So this siege is not gonna be as amazing. And now he's dropping into the human main with the Zeppelin. And he's forcing Infy to decide, alright, do you want to commit hard to my expansion without having too many mortar teams? Or are you going to come home to defend? And I don't think he can come home to defend, because if Infy comes home, he loses this push.
Oh boy, main base versus expansion. Moon did a lot of damage. Now portaling very aggressively, I think. Yes, in the middle of the human army! How much damage can he do? Mana burn the Mountain King immediately, but apart from that, not too much is dying. Of course, the footmen here and there, some militia here and there, illusions being used everywhere, and heal scroll has to be used immediately. So at the end, there was a lot of damage coming. Infy down to 62 now. Naga level 4. Demon Hunter close to being level 5. And the Mountain King still not level 3.
Alright, I'm convinced. I'm convinced this is the Moon of the past. This is the Moon of back in the day. He's playing this so well. He is now up in supply. This is terrible for any human going for this strategy. You always need to be up in supply if you want to win this. Oh, and now his main base still in shambles. All the corpses, only now the peasants are returning. His reinforcements have been delayed so much. There's still only 2 mortar teams, only 66 supply. Moon must be feeling so good in this game, but he has no invuls. Hero losses are still dangerous, but the MK man, he got so much experience in the early stages, but he killed nothing. Nothing! Only just the one Ancient of War. He's still only level 2.
And Moon is once again a lot smarter than his opponent, catching the reinforcements, getting rid of the Sorceress, level 5 with that. Level 3 mana burn, and now 5-6 bears are coming surround on the Mountain King. Horrible for Infy. Invo Potion, he wants to fight out there somehow, getting level 3, going for the Demon Hunter. But what's it worth if the rest of the army is dying? The Mountain King is still in a surround. Fork Lightning! But he stabs him out. Oh no, he's dead actually. He's dead. I saw that incorrect. The town portal was not in time. Oh boy. Infy.
The Emperor is falling to the 5th race.
Indeed. The King of Warcraft is reclaiming his throne right here, right now.
So beautiful to see, man. That's what every fan wanted. Moon on the top of his game, and he certainly is today. Infy, I was expecting him to take this definitely. But Moon now in a commanding position. Lots of bears, economy in his back. Infy struggling to get to 70 supply with a subpar army. This is not the perfect army. There's riflemen in here. There's berserkers in here. He wants more casters. He wants more mortar teams. But he decided to go for as much as quickly as possible. And the interception of the reinforcements. The Zeppelin drops. Moon, man.
Everything was just perfect. 2 town portals now, by the way, on the Naga. A little bit weird. But yeah, the Zeppelin is still around to save the units. But what can Infy do? He held on onto Rinas for such a long time. How much gold is left in the main base? It's 2,800. Moon wants to end this now. Invis on the mortar team, but reveal has been used. This is the right call. Mass reveal, actually. And he gets rid of all the damage that Infy has to offer. The units that caused him so much trouble on the first map. And human and Nidos versus human in general. The scan, they made it happen. And the Mountain King is back. But the question is only...
Where's he gonna pop out?
For how long?
Welcome! That's not where you
Welcome!
wanna be! That's not where you wanna be, bro!
Indeed.
Zeppelin, though, the Zeppelin!
Too late. Too late. Infy's trying desperately to fight against this, catching some of the Dryads maybe, but the forces of Moon just too strong, dropping the bears now in the back of the breakers and of the caster army, staffing out that bear, level 5.5. He is playing absolutely perfect. Archmage being saved by the Zeppelin, but oh my god, the anti-air, the Zeppelin is down, the escape mechanism is gone, no town portal, GG, 2-0 for the Moon, and in 2 series in the NWL and also here in GCS, Moon is 5-0 versus Infy now, is in the winner bracket final, and he is back.
Back. And a force to be reckoned with. Beautiful to see, and yeah, it seems like he has his number. Who has ever won 5 consecutive maps against Infy on major stages? I don't know. I have no name in my head that ever did this, but yeah, Moon. Is this gonna be his tournament? He has said he wants to win again. He wants to be world champion again. He's looking very much so today. And by the way, in the game, before I forget, thank you very much, Michael Angelox, for subscribing. Thank you for joining us here on Back to Warcraft. We appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed today's games, because this was only the first series. It was a very, very nice one, very well played by Moon. And we have 3 more coming up.
True that. I think it's Michelangelo CSS, by the way, but that's no problem. And we got a donation by Brefect. Thanks for bringing one of my favorite games back. You're welcome, man. If we see games like this, if we see a tournament like this, how can you not fall in love with Warcraft again? The next game is the Youngblood again. 19 years old, best undead we have seen ever. 1-2-0 versus the world champion Fly. Every game, every series of these two has been absolutely amazing. We think of WCA, we think of Warcraft Forever Cup. Everything has been so tight. It has always been a 3-2 series, and now they're gonna face each other again. Gold Championship Series, winner bracket final. Moon versus one of the two. We'll be right back after a quick break here at Back to Warcraft. Stay tuned.